Fauci, baby. And you know, the NFL is getting ready to start, and everybody picks on me because they think that I spend my weekends refereeing. No, I save all that good gooiness for here, people. This is the only place I'm throwing hands and doing all that kind of stuff.
And you're great at it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I said, and you're great at it. And I'm telling you, I said this during the break, you're always so calm. Like, it doesn't matter what is going on. You're just like, so calm.
You're so sweet. Should we tell the audience what happened? Off the top of Outnumbered, we were just like, we're in a show, people. We're in a show. No prompter.
But you
it was fun.
She's a pro.
But she does got it.
It was really fun. I looked around. I'll tell you what really helps. I look around and I see smiling faces, and I know I can accomplish anything because you guys
and you know
everyone's
name.
Yeah, and well, pretty much everyone's name. I mean, I've been known to call people different names.
No, it happens.
But not because there wasn't a prompter. Just because it happened. Hey, we're going to multitask. I'll watch the live chat. Can somebody watch Facebook Live while we're on? Our handle's Outnumbered FNC. Do you guys have the app? Because people will talk to us, and I want to make sure that we're up on everything. And while we're doing that, go Pack. Are you guys having a good time right now? Is this your sweet spot?
This is our sweet spot. Always engaged in public policy, always engaged in doing things to bring people economic and personal security. And if you look at what's happening at the state level, Republicans are having great success and hoping to help translate that to the federal level.
GOP majority-led legislatures, 68 out of 99?
68 of 99 state legislatures are led by Republicans, 35 Republican governors.
So what does that help you accomplish?
That helps, as Trish would know, we are passing tax cuts at the state level. Many states are working on that, putting also areas in to help improve education.
Redistricting,
Redistricting is occurring. Many states are starting to tackle health care reform, particularly as you look at what Iowa's doing. They're looking for many waivers from the Department of HHS so that they can start doing some innovative things in health care. So a lot's happening at the state level.
Can I ask you a question
Sure.
on tax reform? So one of the things that's been floated is that the president may not, in this particular package that we're going to put forward, may not allow you to deduct your state or municipal income tax. So you think about a place like New York, you know, where you get hit at the New York City level and you get hit at the state level, or you think about California, like San Francisco and California state tax. Basically, you wouldn't be able to deduct that anymore. The thinking being, why should the federal taxpayer have to subsidize places like New York and California? Do you think that's got legs?
It does have legs. In fact, it is a key part of what the president's economic advisors that he put together early on, they have been advocating. Now, does it make the final
So it's going to make people in New York and California, the blue states, really upset.
It's going to make those states have to become economically more conservative.
And funny that Trish just asked the eloquent question, because Bill Otis posted, "Love it when Trish is on your show. She brings lots of knowledge and makes good sense," which you just demonstrated.
Well, she does the intelligence report. She's bringing the intelligence.
And another point that Lois York said is that the average age of DACA kids is 38. I think it's a little younger. It's in the mid, I think 23 to 26. 23 is the average age. So they're right, because a lot of times
they're not 7.
Right.
I mean, I think
the emotional appeal is that you're talking about.
Little.
I actually think no.
Whereas the average age is, so that's a good point.
It is a good point to bring it up, and obviously you should use as many numbers as you can when you're talking about this. But I think actually it's an even stronger. Which I did the first. It's an even stronger point to be making about why these people, young adults, should get to stay, because they are contributing productively to society. I mean, we talked about how much they're bringing in for these companies. I mean, there's a reason 400 business executives have signed on to that letter saying we want them to stay. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is just doing this because he's a bleeding heart liberal, or Tim Cook.
Well, he kind of is a bleeding heart
but it's not.
So he may not be the best example of the executive.
No, but I'm saying that he's also a businessman, and he knows how many. I mean, 250 of Apple's employees are dreamers, right? Tim Cook tweeted and said, Google tweeted and said 250 of my colleagues are dreamers. I also really like that he said colleagues. I thought it was a very nice touch.
You know, you're making an economic argument to
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, there are trade-offs in that, you know, as many people are working for Apple, you also have people that are, you know, asking something of the system as well. It's not as though you can just purify everyone and say they're all this one way or another way. What I think is the huge opportunity here, though, is for us to actually do something on immigration reform. We've talked about it. I mean, you have people here that are willing to work their tails off and want to embrace everything that is America. Those are the kind of people we want, all right? And we should make it easy for them. Why make it so hard for good people to be here? And then you basically encourage a system that allows people to slip through the cracks and do bad stuff.
But don't we have net migration out right now? I mean, this is something Donald Trump has been bragging about it, and frankly, he should, that his rhetoric has been scary enough that it's 70% down.
Well, it's not just his rhetoric. I want to step in there because actually the president who started on mass deportations was President Obama. So it isn't just his rhetoric. It's also the continuation of a policy that was working in terms of getting illegals who have committed yet further crimes.
Right.
Because being here illegally is the first crime.
Right.
But those violent criminals out of the country. But President Obama and the mainstream media, I don't know what happened there. It was like he would deport and they would be like, what?
Yeah.
They didn't cover it.
He's a Democratic president is what happened. And Patty Magnon, which I'm probably just ruining everyone's name, so I apologize.
Is that Facebook Live?
Yeah. So I'm trying. I
love it.
I follow directions. So I'm probably butchering people's names, so my apologies. But she mentions, I thought POTUS had to act on DACA because it was going to go to court in several states, which is a point we made earlier on in the show and something that is often overlooked because everyone wants to make this out to be that, you know, President Trump is inhumane, he lacks compassion, which is the reason why he had to decide this. But there was a pending lawsuits from the states that he was facing, and a law that many say is, you know, wasn't going to stand up in the courts, similar to DAPA.
But I think the counterpoint to that was that we have many more.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions' statement.
I think he would know a thing or two about
it. The Department of Homeland Security initiated the orderly wind down of the program known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA. Quote, the administration's decision to terminate DACA was not taken lightly. The Department of Justice has carefully evaluated the program's constitutionality and determined it conflicts with our existing immigration laws.
And why do we not care about? We should care about the rule of law, which it seems that the Democratic Party is just like, you know, wants to light the Constitution on fire. No, but you have Hillary Clinton.
That's a pretty extreme thing to say, lighting the Constitution on fire.
Jessica, you have Hillary Clinton on the stage of the Democratic National Convention giving a platform to illegal immigrants, and actually Chris Matthews, which I found this to be really interesting, obviously a liberal progressive at another network, who criticized Hillary Clinton and her failure to address the illegality of illegal immigrants. And he said that was an issue that he thought hurt Hillary Clinton, was her failure to just ignore this entire aspect. And obviously we saw President Trump triple down on the issue.
She was having a problem among white males and women in her polling. Remember that?
Yeah.
She certainly didn't want to alienate another group of people by having a conversation that she might not have offered all the answers for. I'm just making the pure factual observation.
But even if you look at factual, if you look back at her career, we do know how much more conservative Hillary Clinton has been. I mean, she advocated for a wall at one point. She's one of those Democrats who did.
Well, so we know how far allocated
so what's
for a
happened?
Reinforced fence line too.
What has happened to the Democratic Party? You should answer. What has happened to your party, Jessica? In the, you know, it used to be that Hillary Clinton believed in protecting our borders, and now somehow, if you dare to suggest protecting your border, you're racist.
No, I think that there's a difference in language between saying protecting your borders, which I do think a lot of Democrats are comfortable with, including Joe Biden, for instance, and Hillary Clinton. And Joe Biden, who is polling, I believe, is the #1 ticket option right now in the Democrats. We need new people to be coming up, obviously.
Wait, Joe Biden is not new.
No, I'm saying we need.
I don't care how you sell stuff.
No, we need new.
We
need new people. I'm saying because it is Joe Biden, who, frankly, I do think I was a Hillary Clinton supporter, as everyone knows, but I do think Joe Biden could have won this election.
Well, quickly, because I want to throw something to David here. It's Outlaw Country, and I don't know if that's his or her real name. On the live chat on our page, I would subscribe to pay-per-view to watch the meeting today with President Trump and leadership. Best fight of the season. Talk about where your party is right now.
We're in charge?
Oh, well.
That's technically true.
Okay, so the mic is dropped. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Gotta go. It's
We're talking through the issues. We're figuring out, as was noted earlier by Trish, we're trying to get everybody on the same page to get a bill promptly through Congress that the president can sign.
Are you optimistic?
It is, yeah.
Why?
If tax reform were a football and Republicans can't agree on tax reform, we might as well deflate that ball and send it back to the pig. Ooh. If we can't get together on tax reform, we are a party that's hurting.
All right. So you're saying they just simply have to get it done. By the way, our executive producer is a Patriots fan. Deflated footballs. It's touchy. And you hear the music is playing, which means we have to go now. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Great to have you, David.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.